exciting action on WCOR 911. If you want us to put something on that has imagination, we'll just start calling hit, 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 and not really say what's going on and create our own game. Kehoe and Steve Green. Rick standing in there, and Rick on the night
is 0 for 2 on the evening. He grounded out the second in the first, grounded out the first in the third.
And the Bulldog faithful come alive down the left side, trying to put a little encouragement to the Bulldog bats. They have 3 hits over the first 5 innings as Bayless takes the first pitch for a call strike. Hits are even at 3 apiece. Bayless takes this one outside, count level at 1-1. Hits level at 3 apiece, but where it counts, Dogs lead on the scoreboard 2-1. As they bat in the top of the 6th. Pitch on its way, sails inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Dogs trying to get their lead off hitter on here in the 6th.
Looks as if some of our host and honorary coaches down there leading the cheers for the Bulldogs.
2 ball, 1 strike pitch by Haynes. Bounce foul to the right side, and it goes level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we'll tell you once again, the Dogs win tonight. They play for the national crown tomorrow night against Bellevue, Nebraska. Should they lose, they draw a bye tomorrow and would not play until Friday. It would be a single game showdown for the national championship on Friday night. And there's a pop-up, bending foul off the left side. 3 teams remain in this College World Series. They're Bellevue, Nebraska, Birmingham-Southern, and our Bulldogs. The Bulldogs the only team without a loss. There's a line drive, right field, bending foul. Bayless hit it on the nose, but got out in front just a little bit too quickly. As the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Bayless making contact. He just needs to straighten one out and get it out of foul territory.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Bayless steps back in. Haynes set to go to work. Delivers the pitch, and he calls strike 3 over the inside corner. Bayless didn't think it was a strike, but he was rung up over the inside part of the plate, and I have that as the 2nd strikeout of the game for Haynes.
That would be correct.
To go with 1 walk, and stepping in is John Kehoe. John had a solid single back in the 1st.
Kehoe 1 for 2 on the evening, a single in the 1st, scored a run, and grounded out the 3rd in the 3rd.
Kehoe takes it upstairs for a ball. Bulldogs have had a little trouble getting the leadoff men on here tonight. Nevertheless, lead 2-1. Pitch on its way. Curveball change of speed, and it's a beauty as Kehoe swings through it. John had long ball on his mind.
John had long ball, but he was way out in front of that pitch.
John plays a solid second base for Coach Woody Hunt's ball club. It's a solid infield as you look around the infield for the Dogs. This one sails outside, ball 2. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Lowry at first, Kehoe at second, Schrock at short, Mark Mills at third. Play excellent defense, and so does the outfield with Crawford and Bayless. As the pitch goes, solid single to left field, and a rocket shot in between short and third, and Kehoe has his 2nd hit of the game. Talking about the Bulldog outfield, Combs over in right, Bayless in center, and Crawford in left field have played flawless in this World Series.
It's an excellent defensive outfield, probably one of the best in the tournament.
And that'll bring to the plate Steve Green as the Bulldogs have a base runner down at first in the way of John Kehoe, who hit a rocket in between short and third. He hit it on the numbers.
Steve Green officially 1 for 2 on the evening, a double and reached base on an error, but on Dave Sherman's scorebook, he is 2 for 2 on the evening.
Kehoe fake going to second. Might have distracted Haynes as the ball sails outside, and it's 1-0 to Steve Green. Bulldogs batting in the 6th, leading 2-1. Haynes kicks and fires. It's way upstairs, ball 2. Waiting on deck is Mark Mills. And if you remember last time up, Mark hit a long drive to left center field. that was tracked down by Greg Martin and robbed him of an extra base hit and probably the Dogs of a run. 2-0 pitch. Bounce to the right side. Nice play by the first baseman. Throws low in the dirt to the shortstop and then back to the pitcher who was covering to turn the hard double play. And it's an excellent defensive effort by the Panthers as the throw went in the dirt to the shortstop, Hayes Evans, and returned the throw to Ryan Haynes, who had come off the mound to cover the throw at first, and then turns the double play and erases the Bulldogs. First three.
Andy Ford officially 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first inning, walked in the fourth, and then later the pinch runner, courtesy runner for him, scored the lone run for the Panthers.
Curveball outside corner of beauty. So Lauk starts the sixth with a curveball and a strike. As Andy Ford steps in. Told you Andy hitting .239 on the season. Takes this one low downstairs for a ball. Count level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Into the motion, curveball right back to the box. Speared there by Laux. He'll underhand it over to Jamie Lowry, and there's one away. That one could have got through the middle, but nice pickup by Donnie Laux, and the first batter's retired, and that's only the second inning in this ball game that the Dogs have been able to retire the leadoff hitter.
Donnie's showing that he does have some defensive skills out there on the mound too. Made an excellent play of stabbing that ball. The throw to first to Jamie for the out.
Ryan Haynes steps in with a pair of doubles. Donnie starts him off inside for a ball. Donnie, don't hang him a curve.
Donnie, I think, has learned his lesson. He's not going to give Ryan Haynes anything to hit.
This one's right down the middle for a call strike. Ryan Haynes came into this game with 9 at-bats, 3 hits in the World Series. He's added to that. He would be 5 for 11, I guess, at this point. If that curveball stays upstairs, it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Laux back to work, kicks and fires, delivers the curveball, a beauty. 2 balls, 2 strikes. When Donnie's curveball is catching the outside half of the plate, he's very effective. When he gets in trouble, he's hanging it inside. Delivers a fastball, long drive, deep left field, and that one is out of here, and we're tied at 2. He went inside again, and Ryan Haynes has had a perfect night. 2 doubles, and that time a long shot that got out of here quick. And now we're level at 2 apiece.
Imagine what Donnie Laux was thinking on that pitch. 2 and 2, and he come down the heart of the plate with a fastball.
And just like that, we're all tied at 2 apiece. In fact, if you look out at the scoreboard, both teams have 4 hits. Ryan Haynes has 3 of the 4 for the Panthers, and they've all been extra base version.
And of course, as we mentioned, Ryan doing the job on the mound too for the Panthers this evening.
That'll bring up Mark Matisitz.
Matisitz 0 for 1. He walked back in the second inning and grounded to short in the fourth.
Well, Haynes got all of that one. It was out of here like a bullet. Curveball, slow and a good pitch. Count level at 1 and 1. Donnie got to shake that off. We're all level at 2 apiece. We're in the bottom of the 6th. There's 1 out. First sacker Matisitz takes the pitch, a curveball, and it's a dandy. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
After the performance we've seen here in postseason play, it'd be hard to believe, but Kevin Height leads the team in home runs given up. That is a fact.
Pitch on its way, and there's a long fly, deep center field. Moving back close to the warning track is Rick Bayless, and Bayless tracks it down, and that ball was tagged. Good thing Matisitz didn't pull that one to the left side too, because he got all of it, but it was hit to dead away center, and it was a long, noisy out. And the second one of the inning, there's 2 away, and that will bring up Jake Scafidi. As Ryan Kirby begins to throw once again down in the Dog bullpen. Donnie got to be approaching at least 100 pitches, I would think, at this portion of the game, maybe even over 100. Scafidi, the right fielder, hitting .317. Steps in there with 2 outs, no teammates aboard. We're tied at 2 apiece in the bottom of the 6th. Slouch goes to work, kicks and he fires. That fastball is upstairs, it's 1-0.
That was 100th pitch right there for Don Louse.
Thought Donnie had to be approaching the century mark. That fastball catches the outside corner, and it's level at 1-1. Donnie's pitched a gutty game out there for the Dogs. And all of a sudden, the Bulldog bullpen gets quiet. I don't know if that means that Kirby's ready. He's been up 2 or 3 times during the game, but right now it's quiet. The count's 1-1. Pitch on its way, a curveball, stays downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Southern batting in an even game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, or 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2-2 tie. And the 2-1 pitch on its way, line drive, left field, base hit. Solid single to left, Crawford fields it. We'll get it back in to Schrock and hold Scafidi to a long single. And we'll bring to the plate Brett Steele.
Steele in 2 previous attempts, 0 for 1. He had a sacrifice back in the 2nd inning and grounded out to 3rd in the 4th inning.
And it's one of those situations with 2 outs that you wouldn't be surprised if they try to swipe second to get a runner in scoring position.
That's true, and you're looking at the bottom of the order here too, so...
Pitch on its way is a call strike.
Usually not your heavy-hitting power hitters at the bottom of the order.
Brett Stills hitting .270 on the season. He's the 3rd baseman on this Panther ball club. Pitch on its way, thought about bunting, held up, must have sailed outside, count level at 1 ball, 1 strike. Sure, Coach Woody Hunt would like to get out of this inning, and
you know what's coming up, don't you, Lynn? The 7th inning. Which has been good to the Bulldogs so
there goes the throwaway out in right field. It sails over Jamie Lowry's head around second base, and now stopping at second base is Madison, as Green tried to pick off the runner at first, and that ball was out in right field way over the head of Jamie Lowry, so it doesn't take a stolen base. It's an error on the catcher, Steve Green.
I believe that could be the first error in the World Series for the Bulldogs. They may have had, that's the 2nd. They did have 1 earlier, okay.
Steve Green tried to throw to first base from his knees, and that one wasn't close. It sailed way out in right field, and the Dogs fortunate that Madison could only advance to second base. Pitch on its way, bouncing ball right side. Kehoe in, makes the play, flips to Lowry, and the Dogs are out of the inning. So the error doesn't hurt, but the game is tied off the bat of Brian Haynes, who picks up his 3rd hit of the night, a long home run. We played 6. It's the Dogs 2 and the Panthers 2. We'll be back for the Dogs 7th after this 60-second commercial.